So how do we attain a selflessness in the physical relationship, in intimacy? So the Torah tells us another fascinating thing. Adam was created male and female, which means that the first human being, the original human being, was both male and female, whatever that means. Then the Eibishter separated them, and they became two people. And they were told immediately after the separation that they should get married and become one. Which tells us a number of things. First of all, it tells us that being a male or being a female is wrong. That's not the way we're supposed to be. We are supposed to be male and female. So the separation was not an improvement in the human condition. It was an artificial separation, and all separation is unholy. Achdus is holy. Echad is holy. Separation, it's a problem. It also tells us that the attraction and the need that a man has for a woman and a woman has for a man comes from the fact that being only one of the two feels incomplete. So what drives us? What makes little kids interested in the opposite sex? Like this little cartoon, a little boy and girl are talking, and one of them says, "Who is the opposite sex, you or me?" Why are we attracted to the opposite? That, by the way, that is a big mystery in nature. It doesn't make sense. Men should be attracted to men and women should be attracted to women. That makes sense. Huh? What is this attraction to the opposite? What is that, like kind of a dafke? I don't want my own kind. I want dafke, what is not the opposite. It's because it's not opposite. It's me. A complete human being is male and female. So a man's attraction to a woman is because he wants to be himself, not he wants something opposite to himself. A woman is attracted to a man because being a woman is not enough. A human being, like the first human being, has to be both. So how do we achieve that today when we are separated? We achieve it through the intimacy of marriage. We become one again. Now, a third thing that it tells us. If becoming one means going back to our original nature, so that becoming one is not unnatural, a miracle. On the contrary, remaining separate is unnatural. Becoming one is going back to our true nature. So that tells us why it is possible for two people to become one. If we were really separate people by our very nature, then we could make like we're one. We could fake it, but we'll never become one. Knowing that we were created as one, now we understand why it's possible to become one again. Because you're just going back to your true nature. And then finally it tells us this. If the separation is unnatural, and by nature we should be one, what will it take and what do we need to do to become one again? What do you do to become one? The answer is nothing. Anything you do is going to separate you. To become one you have to stop doing. Get rid of the separation. It's an artificial block. Something is coming between you that's not letting you be one. If you take away that separation, if you take away that obstruction, you will automatically be one. Because that's your truest nature. So you don't do anything to become one. You let yourself become one by a process of elimination. When you remove all things that separate, what's the result? The result is you're one. If you count 49 days of the Eimer, the result is that the 50th day is Shavuos. You don't count the 50th day. The 50th day happens by itself. So the oneness happens by itself. What you do is eliminate the things that keep you apart. What keeps you apart? Huh?
Ego.
Ego. Opinion. Personality.
Exhaustion.
Huh?
Exhaustion.
Worries. Memories. We can go on like this all night. The simple way of saying it is, what comes between you? Everything. Everything comes between you. You mention something and it will come between you. So how do you get past the things that separate you? You got to get past everything. Everything.